We've got 20k humanity's first friend, the gifter fire, telltale sleepiest soldier, and professional streamer who always remembers to turn on his his stuff before stream. Let's go, professional streamer. Okay, I hate me. Why do you do this to me? Okay, there we go. Ooh. We are back with some more Arknights. Huh. Where moments fade in cosmic streams and stars in silent sky, the boundless thread of ancient dreams unfolds across the Virginium. The blackened depths are teeming, with starfields gently streaming. Light approaches amid starscapes tidal gleaming. Let spheres unnumbered guide our flight, where constellations turn. In burning dark and quenching light, their lessons we discern. For in ceaseless circulation, through annihilation and life's passion, we find our heart's journey reborn and not alone. Interesting. Some medals that I'll maybe do. No, giving a shit about medals forever. Okay. However, this is the start of Act 3. I have not really looked into Act 2 much, but I am so excited for Act 3. Like, I saw the spoilers when they came out in CN, and was like, holy shit, it's popping off. So I'm ready. As you can see, we have not done any polls yet on the Mon3tr banner. Or any of these banners, because why would I? I want to change the PG. Can I do that? Whatever. Alright, let's just get to the rolls. I'm hungry for a Mon3tr. Monitor, who cares? I'm gonna call her both until she says her name. Alright, great start. I'm not watching a 5-star bag. Are you kidding? Alright, there we go. One down, 5 billion to go. Luckily, I have a bunch of these, and then a bunch of these. So I got like 120 rolls just there before we even have to hit our Virginium. Oh man, that sucks. Yikes. Great start. Great start. Absolutely amazing. Are you shitting my dick off? Happy birthday, Jackie, I think. I don't want to listen to... I just don't want to listen to the Dungeon Meshi right now. Does that give it to Dungeon Meshi, or do I still have to listen to it? Okay. Was it because I had the Dungeon Meshi background? Or is it because it's the city? Oh man. Oh, it's the city that's doing it. Ooh, okay. Back with Flower Bed. Flower Bed's pretty interesting. Boredom's pretty good. I'm still used to Celebration. I thought that was the default. I had Celebration on for so long, I thought that this was the default lobby music. Let's go Flower Bed. Sounds good. We'll change the theme back later, so I do like the theme. Uban, hello. Alright, let's see. Damn, another bad bag. That was 40 pulls, so this one should hopefully be a 6-star. Yeah, it definitely has been. Good to see you again. Okay, we have a 6-star bag. Give me 6 monsters. Every follow went on purging spree. Well, welcome back. Midnight, lava. I actually didn't look. I clicked too fast. I have no idea where the 6-star is or how many there are. Beanstalk. Ayasa Ito, one of my favorite BAs. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we got 6. We didn't get 6 monsters. A lot of 4-stars. Okay, we got the 5-star. That's good. There we go.
私のプロファイルは医療部に残しておこう。ケルシーの言っていた通り、ここはロドスが重要な問題に対応する際の中核となる場所だし、私の知識は何よりも大事になる。これより自分の使命を果たすことに集中していくよ。
Why don't you say your name? Why didn't you say your name? How am I supposed to know how to say your name if you don't know how to say your name? Clearly, she says her name. It's not your name. That's not your name. That doesn't have your name. That's not your name. That's not your name. That's not your name. That's not your name. Monster, say your name. Okay, so it is just straight monster. Got it. Understood. I don't know why I thought it might have been Mon3tr. Do I have one of those funky tickets? Do I have a ticket thingy? No. That's for a 5-star. This is also for a 5-star. When did I get this? This almost doesn't help me because there's only 4 that I don't have max spot. That's hilarious. When did I get this? Okay, same before. Cool. So, well, I don't have an instant E2 button, so I guess we will just do it the old-fashioned way. Not that I don't have the resources for it. Great, I'm getting spoiled. feel like she probably should have been, maybe not next chapter, but like
彼女は見た。
the event between here and there. A polymerized gel, huh? Okay. Oh, put a little neon in there. Okay, then we slap neon. Oops, that was storm at the base. Trying to do things with my left hand is annoying.
まったりしちゃおう。
I don't like doing things with my left hand.
部屋を自分で飾り付けてもいいか?
And we gotta kick Fiametta out. And then we put Fiametta back in. Where's Fiametta? Where's Fiametta? There she is.
風通しよし、視界
Okay.
良好。問題ない
Neon
わ。
goes back to
働きやすい環
100%.
境
And then
み
we
たいね。
go this thingy. Put Neon back
部屋を自
in.
分で飾り付けてもいいか?
Neon. Say her name either. And then we put her back in.
部屋を自分で飾り付けてもいいか?
And then we can go back here. Do, 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 do. And then we promote from within.
生命への期待が心に一片でも残っている限り、繰り返される絶望が私に影響を及ぼすことはない。オリジニウムも
Oh, have you never seen the base? Yeah, that's the
ドクター、誕生した瞬間から
that's like your passive farming in Arknights.
首輝をアマテンは銅に壊している。
That's where you get most of your money and experience from. Okay, and then obviously she's gonna be a level 90.
見た。
For skills, strategic meltdown, attack range changes, moves to the position of the reconstruction, attack plus 280, attack reduces, block plus 2, max HP plus 5,000, loses 80 HP. Sheesh. I know that feeling. At this point, for me, it's just Arknights, Musume. Wait, what is she? She's a medic? A little bit of Pokemon Pocket. Medic. Where's my medics? Okay. Let's see. If training skill to special is level 2, training speed. No. Okay, so I guess Ak is just the best one. And then you switch Ak with Perfumer for level 2, and then you switch back to Ak for level 3. Interesting. Which is the magic name? Which one did I say? Was it Pokemon Pocket or the other one? Ooh, I need one more. Ah, Musume. Man, oh shoot, that's right. I still have to run. I still have to run Champions Meet. I was gonna do that. I was gonna run Champions Meet before I did the polls. I'm so off. I had the stream's like an hour behind, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, I need more of those too. Okay, I'll do that later. And what else? You? Okay, we'll get Mon3tr to Pot6, and then we'll do. Then we'll pop into Champions Meet. I knew there was a reason I had. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I knew there was a reason I had to move Musume still open, but I didn't remember why. Alright, Jessica Alter. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Love that for me. What's another 6-star? Holy shit, 3 6-stars in a row. Ooh, Bun, I feel like you're my lucky charm, because every time you're here, I get like these crazy runs like this. There we go, one more monitor. Why did I say monitor? It's monster, we know this. We heard her say it. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. What? Wait, what? Did I do a single pull on accident? I must have. Holy shit. I was like, how did I get a white pull? That's not possible. Crit? No. Ah. I was really confused for a second there. I think it's just a 5-star. That that white pull blew my mind. I was like, that's not possible. There has to be at least one 4-star. I think it's also a 5-star. Yeah. Okay, 37, so we should be coming up on another 6-star soon. But not here. I think this is a blue. Oh, it's a 5. Okay. Better than what I was hoping for, but better than what I thought it was. Another one of her. That's good. Alright. This'll be... Oops. This'll go over 50, so there should be a 5-star in this one, or a 6-star in this one. Can we get 4 monsters? 1 pull. We got a 6-star. We have a 6-star. Can we get 4 monsters? Ooh, way at the end. I'm not watching all that way. Ooh, horn. Okay. I'm not totally mad with the horn, because I do like horn. And I don't think my horn was max. I think it's a 5. Okay. So the bad news is that we're out of tickets. The good news, I still have a shit ton of pulls. 132,000, so that's like another 200 pulls right there before I even have to go into the OP, so... Oh, wait, no, it's a 5. Nope, didn't crit. Cool. Okay, so we know we got horn at 57, so technically that was only 20. What's the focus selection again? Okay, so 150. So we're halfway to the hard pity. That's great. Love that for me. Okay, can it crit? No. It's hard to get a satisfying bag pull because there's not a lot of room for my mouse on the left side, and I can't use my right hand because it hurts. The arthritis is destroying me right now. So I'm not getting very satisfying pulls. Music's just a little too loud. I can't hear. I guess this is a 5. Yeah, okay. Who is that guy? Oh yeah, Noel. Noel? I have no idea. Okay, this one should be close to a 6-star, if not a 6. No notes, but it could be a crit. Ooh, it's a blue. Ugh. Okay. Have you got the Jackie? Okay, so that was 107, so that would be roll 50. So this... There should be a 6-star here. And there is. Can we get 6 monsters? Wait, no, just 4. I only need 4. We don't have to be too greedy. Okay. Alright, thank you, Typhon. Very cool. Thank you, Typhon. Very cool. Okay. I mean, you still got me 2 pretty early. I can't be mad about that. Wait, did I get 2 or did I get 1? I don't remember. No, it was 2. That's right. It was 2. It was 2. So we need 4. I know this. I can count. Sometimes. Oh, this is a 6. Okay, 4 monsters. 4 monsters. 4 monsters. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, there's 1. Alright. Now we just need 3 more. And the clock resets, which is both good and bad. Here's a 5. Yeah, no crits. Cool. There's a 5. Yep, no crits. I think I might have her Pot6 now. I don't actually know. Alright, that was 30, so this will be almost 40. Okay, we know it's a 5-star, but can it crit? No. Okay, so that brings us to 39. So this will be 49. So this will be the last 10 pull without the extra rate up. Blue. Yeah, it was worse like 2 days ago, so it's getting better. Just needs time and for the kills to kick in. Okay, so this one should be a 6-star. So much so that I'm not even gonna listen to it. I knew it. Called it. 3 monsters. Okay, I'll take 1. Okay, so that's 4 monsters down, 2 to go. We have 100 more pulls. Not fantastic odds, but we'll take them. This is a blue bag? Oh. Well, I'll take 5. Double 5, because we got cements. That's concrete, baby! Five. Harmony. Harmony? I genuinely don't know how to say her name, but I do think she's cute. What happens when you pull the same 6-star? What does it give you then? So the first 6-star gives you the unit to use. The next 5 make them stronger. So kind of like most gacha games where you need to get multiple copies of a unit to make them as strong as possible. Sounds like 5. Yeah, cool. No crits, no problem. That's concrete, baby. Okay, 36. So we should get 1. If not on this pull, then the next pull. Yeah. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of 5-stars actually. Caroline, forget her name. Vandella. That's concrete, baby. And then Techno. It's from the Rainbow Six second event. Okay, so this one will go over 50, so there should be a 6-star in this one. And there is. Can we get 2 monsters, please? I should have looked. Are you kidding? Penance and Iblana. Okay, that's... Or Narcissus, whatever her operator name is. Oops. I'm just gonna close you. Go away. Okay, cool. That's Concrete Baby. Alright, so we're 10 from... Okay, so we're like 10, which is not ideal, because that means we're gonna do a lot more pulls. Get a 6. And a blue bag doesn't help at all. Okay. That's 20. This is a 5-star. Yep. Okay. That's Concrete Baby. This is a 5-star. Oh, it's a blue. Even worse. Gross. Get out of here. Okay, so this will be 50. So there might be a 6-star in here. There is. 2 monsters, please. I'll take 2 monsters for the price of 1. Nope. We got 1. Okay. Which means now we only need 1 more, and we have about 50 rolls, which is not ideal, but doesn't matter, so we're gonna be right here. Nope, 5-star. Cool. Okay. Nah, just hoping for a crit bag. Actually, before I use too many pulls, let me just, do I have a 6-star medic token at all? No, I have a 6-star defender token, which doesn't exactly help. Alright, here we go. Pot 6. Cool, cool. I have 1 more 10 pull after this. Ooh. Not ideal. But this will go over 50, so that will be 1 with... So 9 of these will be at 2%, and the 10th one will be at 4%. So I do have slightly better odds getting a 6-star in this pull. I don't think I got one. Nope. Blue bag, you're joking. That's insane. Okay. Where is my LD6? Okay. Or LD9, whatever. Just kind of like looking around here. What can I get that's cheap but also gets me exactly as much as I need? Hold on. I might get kicked out of the game because I'm going to do it on my phone because I got Google points on my phone. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, before I do that, let me redeem some of my Google points. Because I have $10 worth of Google Play credits, which is just enough to get me a single 1 pull. Or a 10 pull. Exactly as much as I need. So now I launched the game on my phone. Might get kicked out here. Close the email that popped up telling me I redeemed $10 with a Google Play. Go to the store, go to the packs. Pick a random pack. I mean, I'll probably end up getting all the packs, but bum 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 bum. Why are there so many themes for this Ambient Synthesia this year? Like, the first year there was like one theme, the second year there was like one theme, this year there's like 20 themes. Like, I don't want to buy 20 themes. I barely even want to buy one. Oh, there we go. Got them all. Yippee. Alright, now when I click this, it'll probably tell me to log in again. No, it does not. Cool. Interesting. Surprised it didn't. Okay, well. And then we headhunt. There we go. Validation expired. Now I gotta log in again, so let me close this so you don't have to see my Yostar account name. Oh boy. Wouldn't want to show that on stream for no real reason, to be honest. Alright. Enough for another 10 pull. So this one should have a 6-star, and hopefully it has our last monster. We do have the 6. Then we get the final monster. We got her. Let's go. Okay, so we did need another horn, so that's not ideal, but fine. I do love Tifon, so getting another one of her is great. I'll come back to you. So got another Jessica Coulter. Necras. Her to pot 6, great, love that for me. Midam to pot 4. Aroma to pot 5. Techno to pot 3. Noelle to pot 3. Priscilla to pot 3. Wolfenite to pot 4. Bobbing to pot 2. You to pot 6. Position. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, then we go back and go monster. Pot 6. She doesn't have a module yet. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, do I have a thingy to like instantly do her? I do. Oh, it's only for pot. It's only for 5 stars. Never mind. I got excited that I could just like instantly eat or do her things, but whatever. Alright, this is all we got left. That's all we're going into. This is our meager savings now when we hold for Exia in January. So, got time to build up again, but it's going to be interesting. Alright. Ooh. I did not see that the first time I opened this. We did read this. Hold on. Before I forget, because I will forget and I don't want to forget, because I want to do it on stream, let's actually take a pause, Arknights pause now that we have Monster Pot 6 to hop over to Uma Musume to watch our challenge meet, and then we'll start chapter 15. Because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget about it, and then I won't do it on stream, because I'll have forgotten about it. Give me one moment while I get Uma Musume set up. Okay. Too much noise. Mute this. This. There's Uma Musume. Bring that back up. I don't know why Uma Musume does this. There we go. Alright, let us watch our challenge meet quick. We did not make it to Finals A, but we are in Finals B. Because my teams suck ass. Alright, what do we got here? 8th gold ship, great. Our air group is in 2nd, amazing. Narita Bryan in 3rd. Okay. It's Agnes Tachyon. Why do you scare me? Why are you in 1st? I don't trust this. Show me this Agnes Tachyon that's supposedly in 1st place. I'm supposed to be scared of this? Okay, sure. Okay. Okay, the McQueen's a little worrying. I might be afraid of the McQueen. I might be afraid of the Mayano Top Gun. I'm not... Okay. That is definitely a nice nature. And nobody really has... Wait. Nobody else is running End either, so my anti-End air groove is absolutely useless. Awesome. Amazing. Love that for me. Alright, let's run it. I did not ready my throat for this. Alright, here we are, the Gemini Cup Finals. We have Team 1tr going over some last-minute strategy here as they make their way to the starting gates. The favorite, Agnes Tachyon, lining up alongside Air Groove and Narita Bryan. Nope, never mind, that is Gold Ship. I don't know why they went with her when Narita Bryan's also on the team and is number 3, but alright, here we go. Gold Ship is the point of view. Kyoto Racecourse, everyone's set. They are off. Late start for Gold Ship, which, not ideal, but she is an end closer, so not going to be the worst positioning for her. Agnes Tachyon taking on the front runner position here, since nobody else is running into the front position. Narita Bryan in 2nd, Agnes Air Groove into 3rd. We have a lot of other pace chasers in this lineup here. Most of them are hanging out in the middle. We do have Narita Bryan trying to maintain pace with Agnes Tachyon on the front. Meanwhile, all by herself at the back is Gold Ship, which is not problematic for her. She is used to coming up in the rear position, So everything going well so far. Entering the second section of this race here, rounding this left-hand. No, this is a right-hand turn. I don't know what I'm talking about. Agnes Tachyon still in the lead, but Narita Bryan close behind. Air Groove right behind her. Then following back, we have more Pace Chasers, both the anime main characters of Season 2, as well as Nice Nature trying to make her way to the front here. Not sure what she thinks she's doing. She's just here to be debuff. You're not here to win. Meanwhile, Gold Ship has closed ranks here. She is moving up in the on the track here, trying to make her way towards the rest of the main pack. Skills are starting to pop here. Swing Maestro's going off all around, and here comes Gold Ship. The anchors are away. She is going to start her assault. Swing Maestro, Professor Curvature coming up, and Narita Bryan and Air Groove respectively. Everyone is trying to catch up with Agnes Tachyon, who is still in the lead. A good 3 to 4 paces ahead of Narita Bryan, who is running in the second position. Further back, we do have Nice Nature, Air Groove, and the rest of the pack. Gourmand coming in from Narita Bryan. That is going to help her try and keep up with this Agnes Tachyon. Straightaway Spurt coming in for Gold Ship. That's going to help her try to get past this massive pack in the middle here. Narita Bryan's making her move. She is going on the corner, and she has the lead. Agnes Tachyon falling back. She is dropping like a rock. Air Groove into second, but Major McQueen is coming up as well. Tokai Tail, Air Gold Ship, Top Gun also back there, but here comes the Speed Star from Air Groove to try and get back into that second position. But it is Narita Bryan in first. She has the speed, she has the velocity, the beeline burst coming out in body and mind. Straightaway recovery. McQueen is trying to take it from her, but it is not going to be close. Narita Bryan has the lead. She has the speed. There is no stopping her. It is going to be Narita Bryan taking the Gemini Cup Finals for Team 1A Cup. Hey, Gold Ship, what happened? Where'd you go? Genuinely have no idea what happened to Gold Ship. Thank God I have Narita Bryan. Wait, Gold Ship got third? I thought she was, like, last. Alright, first. Woohoo. Oh, man, that... 8. I thought it was a lot closer than 8, honestly. Man. That Agnes Tachyon had the lead for so long, just to completely drop off the map in, like, the last corner. Okay, alright, we won. Yippee. Get our rewards. Yay, 1,000 carrots. Woohoo. Alright, and that is our daily Umamusume. What's the oh, titles. A new title, because I didn't win, so I blah 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 blah. I got silver last time, so I didn't. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't care. Alright. There's our daily Umamusume. Back to our regular scheduled Arknights. Hold on, I have to hide Umamusume, because whenever Umamusume is not open, it defaults to a second copy of YouTube Studio for whatever reason, and turn the volume back up on Arknights, and we are going to get started with Chapter 5. 15. I can read. I know numbers. They're very cool. Universe. How should we interpret this word? Mathematics, physics, faith, imagination? We exhausted our minds attempting to define this still unfamiliar word in a variety of languages, arrogantly claimed to have mastered true knowledge. So why are most of us silent with destruction so near? We cannot turn back from knowledge. Silence, we have glimpsed the partial truths of countless fallacies. Oh, since I don't know why I said silence. It is only natural that we cannot retreat into the darkness of ignorance and ignore the advent of the end. I think perhaps I've touched on the key to resolving this ultimate question. Use the language you and I created. Squishy. I always forget that I renamed my doctor Squishy as per Nami's instructions to get on her friends list for her global account that she never uses. And I have never changed it. So every time the doctor comes up in the story and they say Squishy, I just it makes me lose all emotional build up. Okay, use the language you and I created, Doctor. Ooh, that's crazy. It's time for this war to end, Doctor. The purple flames ignited by that Dranko have accelerated the course of the war. Once the Exemplars and the Ducal Alliance's troops push into Salem's final strongholds, the goal of concluding this war will finally be within reach. But Dr. Kelsey, how long will it take for us to cover this short stretch? There's no way to tell, Amiya. I was fully voiced, so I didn't have to listen to myself. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Yosar. Very cool. Okay, so it works in here. The italics actually work in here, but not. Okay, cool. Londinium outskirts battlefield, wreck of the Gloriana. Virginium. Bloody Orginiums really chopped this battleship in halves. I have to remain here and continue the fight with the local garrison. Sorry, kid. Can't go on with you. Ooh, that's some heavy Orginium. This whole time we've seen nothing but ruins of dead, no garrisons at all. Also, please don't call me kid. The monastery's already celebrated my coming of age. You remind me of my daughter. See the light shining up there, here, up high there? That's part of her grace, the Duke of Castor's Gloriana. The gun's still working, which means the news I got from the broadcast is true. My squad severed the Duke, so I have to go back. But your wounds? I can walk, since you helped patch me up. But you, are you sure you want to go back to the city? It's the most polluted place there is. The idea of Orginium in there will be the death of you. The bishop told me that the kind person who saved me from the mines went through hell and back to deliver me all the way to the monastery. So I knew from an early age that salvation never comes without a cost. Don't worry about me. The clergy taught me many ways to keep myself safe. As long as I can save one more person, anyone, before I reach my end. To be frank, this is the first time I've seen a cleric as devout as you. Kind heart is the pride of Victoria. The bishop says faith is not all for pride or glory. The faithful believe with sincerity that good deeds will better this land. Better this land? Maybe. But anyway, thanks, little Cottis, for everything. Could you help me out one last time, kid? Make it back to the city if my daughter's still there. Please tell her that Papa's always protected. The Victorian soldier struggles to raise his injured arm and gives a non-standard salute to the Cottis before calmly turning towards the distant wreckage and vanishing into the thicket of Orginium. Cottis looks at the faint light emanating from the ship's gun and can't help but sigh. Artillery sounds in the distance, and the tiny Cottis continues toward the city on the horizon, Londinium. Yeah, the cannon fire too, Doctor. Madame Catherine's crawlers already assaulting the Naxxer's fronts. Naxxer's? Naxxer's. But will the war end once we beat them? And the innocents who suffered, what will happen to them? There's no way to save every single life in a war, Amiya. What we can do is help the Londoners end this misery as soon as we can. And that means the Naxxer aren't our ultimate problem. Nameless Londinium Refuge. Mary, Davy, please don't tell anyone this kid is hiding here. I met him at the city walls and he has nowhere to go. His parents are Londoners. Londiniers? He said, and he met you two in the park a while ago, yes? This looks like it should be like a 3-star or 4-star unit, but I don't know. I don't. Probably just an NPC. Now that looks like an NPC. Now remember, you helped us and I promised to help you, but he's not you. Thank you. He'll just hide here and won't run off or make a sound. I guarantee you won't give anyone a fight. Right. Nods. I'll be back soon. I promised someone I'd find his daughter. It's impossible for me to protect you out there when there's so many hostiles. So I can find anywhere better for you to settle down. I've helped quite a lot of people here, though, so I trust these kids to keep you safe. The tiny Sarkaz tugs sharply and the caught his arm, but touches upon your Argenium crystals instead. Pulls back his hand on reflex. Sorry, when I was with my pa and ma, we rarely came in contact with the infected. I'll come back for you. I don't think she's coming back. That's a lot of infection on that arm. The Cautus is not gone for long. When she arrives, the soldier's home is directed, there's nothing left. Letters found in the ruin tell her the soldier's daughter joined a force rebelling against the Sarkaz in the city, the Exemplars. It's a difficult journey for the Cautus as she returns from the refuge. When the Victorians joined forces to attack the Sarkaz front at the palace of West Talag, Argenium continued to spread throughout the city. There are also the mad Sarkaz mercenaries wandering recklessly around as if they've lost any semblance of humanity. Her head hurts from the city's terrible condition, but also the horrific black crystals on her body. Can I be nearing my end now, Father Bishop? Father Bishop seems peculiar name. Are not Father and Bishop both titles? Would that not be like the same as calling me Dr. Professor? Excuse me, were you the troops to protect the people here from these mercenaries? Yes. We have both Exemplar and Ducal Alliance troops in our squad, and we got a distress call while we were gearing up to enter the palace. Trust me, this mess will be over soon. Thank you, too, for taking care of the kids and refugees. Oh, are you looking for someone? Oda shakes her head. Right, we did mop up some of the devils hiding about. Probably here because their side's about to lose. See you. We have to hurry to the front. I didn't see that kid. Follow me. Do they know where she is? The child leads the colonists through bunker after bunker within the factory, and the latter spots other refuge residents silently carrying away Sarkaz corpses. They walk up to a pile of containers, and the child struggles to manage to push the lid open. The cowering Sarkaz child from before looks at them in fear. She's here. Promised you I'd help you, didn't I? It all happens to something else. This is the only place I can hide him. I can't stay here. On my way back, I'm at a group called Reunion. They can take him in. I forgot that Reunion's like still kicking, but like not particularly a threat or evil. Reunion member. Don't worry, we'll take good care of this one, but what about you? Your oropathy is serious. You should come with us too. I still have some things to do. Alright, I won't force you. You remind me a lot of my comrades. Here's some suppressants and protective gear. Good luck. You too. Victorians advance in waves from far towards the Axer King's last stand as life fades away. This is not her war. She feels fear and has no way of comprehending how these people overcome their fear of death. What keeps them pushing forward? But she hopes to save people too, to continue numbly one life after another. Even if it's all in vain, she recalls the day she left the monastery, when she and the bishop bid each other farewell by the riverside church. Okay, it's that one church. What is faith, you ask? I traveled to Iberia in my youth and saw with my own eyes how the lives of those around me collapsed during the profound silence. That tenacious nation has never once yielded. At first, I only admired the country's vitality, but as I lived my life, I came to realize that vitality, that is faith. Who was there to teach me, or even the other Iberians, what path to take in life? Did anyone promise we would surmount such a terrifying disaster? No, but faced with calamity, we always convince ourselves everything we go through is inevitably for something. Suffering will eventually end. We will enjoy a wonderful future. That is faith. Faith does not reside in scripture, nor in our prayers and hymns, but in our lives. Faith is in our bodies and minds, and every heartbeat, and every breath. It is the source of all strength. Only because we believe. Father Bishop, if it is as you say, that all suffering eventually ends, then where is our wonderful future you're talking about? Father Bishop, I think I've tried my best. Oh, she's dying. The goddess collapses from exhaustion among the ruins to the sound of gunfire and cries from afar. An intense pain reminds her of the cruel truth. His body has met its end. She waves to those nearby whom she saved from death, staying alone in a wide open space far away from them. Her body begins to disintegrate. I'm willing to believe. The light caught in the goddess' eyes begins to dim until she sinks into endless light. Then she seems to see someone hold her almost shattered hand. Light begins to flow back into her eyes. Amiya. What's wrong, Amiya? I think I heard the sound of an infected disintegrating again. I can almost see their final burst of light. Not too far from us. We've seen this happen too often lately. Let's go. Let's go confront the heresies. Let's go, Doctor. Doctor? Kelsey, a thought recurs. Oh, these are interesting questions. What exactly does stasis within the simulated universe mean? I think is what it said. A surge of information rushes forward, trying to engulf him. But Thereses does not budge. I finally see with my own eyes what great fear you've managed, Teresa. Virginia, a simulated universe, time unknown. He looks up at the tower standing in the void as falling fragments turn back into irregular information and return to the nothingness. Thereses grabs a fragment that is drifted down to him, but it instantly turns to nothing in its palm. You opened this door for me, so I'll finish this last part of the journey in your stead, Teresa. Once we Sarkaz seize the Originium that belongs to us, we shall for the first time hold the power to determine our own fate. He grips the blade in his hand. He stares coldly at the large rhombus approaching him. Then he walks toward the crumbling tower. He knows well his opponent will be there. Destroy anything, just to create a ladder. Teresa has left a path for him. The myriad souls who never gave up resisting until they completely dissipated did one last thing for the sarcasm within the Originium. They fought for a future where everyone has the right to survive, for the ones still alive, for those who come after. Onward, everyone. Just as always, my blade will cut our path forward, and you will lead the way. I never break my promises, Teresa. He walks up the flight of stairs towards the top of the nearly collapsed tower. Ooh. Still going, huh? Oh no. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting layout. Oh, this is a tutorial. Or maybe it's not. New redundant information. All that remains is nothingness. He looks at the rhombus. It appears to be an eye staring at me. For the first time in his life, Thereses feels a shiver run down his spine. But it isn't his own instinctive reaction. He feels that a force, a will that he can't see, is trying to make him submit. Be you a god or my creator, come out and face me. Dead silence. Cold. There is no response from the void. Master, you shouldn't have come here. Her Highness has already made a terrible, reckless mistake. I do not want to lose another person I care about. Why is Ascalon here? I thought she was on our side. I thought Ascalon's an elite Rhodes Island operator. Why is she with Pharisees? Unless she's planning to double cross him? Now I'm confused. Master, leave this place. The time is not yet right. You should not use her to mock me, O self-proclaimed creator. Oh, the Ascalon standing before him is no illusion. This marvelous space has materialized his memories. That's not actually Ascalon, okay. In my memories, you are the same as before, just a little less mature. Since those who truly control this place dare not face me directly, then Theresa has indeed succeeded. They must have already been subjected to numerous restrictions. Otherwise, those arrogant beings wouldn't have tried to get you to stop me. Pharisees raises his sword. You still do not wish to leave with me, Master? If you really want to take me away, then defeat me. As you wish. Ooh. You're skilled, but you're merely using the skills I've taught you. Ascalon disappears into a purple haze. She's used her genium arts. Pharisees thinks back to the day when he and Theresa led the remnants of the Sarkaz army into that storm. The day he walked into the purple smoke alone and took the knife from that girl's hands. Just as he does again. It has been some time, Ascalon. Okay. The will inside her genium. You hide in the void, gazing upon me, trying to crush me with the memories that I treasure. What do you fear, Creator? Can I even do anything? Am I just gonna watch him kill all these dudes? Yes. Apparently the answer is yes. Cool. Let's go on. I always wanted to stand before you again, Master. A shame, you were not her. Ooh. Ooh. You won't last much longer, Master. Teresa has left more behind for me than you think. Did you expect I would tread this unknown ground unprepared? He watches the Rhombus approach from the void. He already understands. You're watching me, aren't you? Teresa beat you once. I won't fall behind. I will sever your control over Omnanam. You cannot harm me. I told you, you need to be more decisive, no matter whom the foe is. You took too long. I stand where they departed, the end to which Teresa guided me. I was never the only one putting the hubris of the gods on trial. The voice of the Sarkaz has been silent for too long. Shouts of the tower gathering around Pharisees before they return to entropy. Gentle whispers. He hears the defiant cry of the Sarkaz against fate. Did you think you would witness me cower, God who plays this game? Did you think I would submit to sentiment? You don't know me, and you don't know the Sarkaz. Look upon my sword, Ascalon. Ooh, spicy. I think the next one is gonna kill her.
Mission accomplished.
Interesting. The rhombus-shaped eye is collapsing. Thereses raises his head and looks up at the golden sea above. The platform's descent is slowing, but it will still eventually crash into the ocean. As he steps onto the platform, the sky and the ground, up and down, instantly reverse themselves. In this barren void without any rules, what does destruction even mean? What should he do now? Thereses isn't sure. You will vanish, Ascalon. I've severed the connection between you and a certain will. Master, I've just seen a great many images flash by. They were all images of me, but why do I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience? Why do I feel like I'm so far away? That's just my memory of you. Of me. You aren't a false phantasm, but you're not the real Ascalon either. They're mocking me, and you as well. I will put an end to this farce myself. Master, does this mean you're going to die? What difference would it make? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to save you. No, you did well. You did plenty well enough. Thereses swings his sword with all his might, cleaving the memory construct and the already broken platform in two. Ascalon shatters into pieces. Her shards, along with the other debris, fall into the golden sea, transforming into more chaotic information. Go. At least take a few of my memories when you go. Reach up to Teresa and the myriad souls on their journey. He can no longer hear Teresa and the myriad souls, but he still has a slight sense of familiarity with the information scattered around him. Everywhere, although it's vanishing quickly, fighting against it, as are the myriad souls. The tower has completely collapsed. Everything has returned to the sea of data. The sea is slowly calming down. Thereses is also falling into the vast golden ocean. He is silent and minuscule. This is by no means the end, but do we have enough time left? Thereses, our blades will not be enough to destroy the gods. However, we may manage to destroy them with their own methods. But I cannot promise you this will work. I have no reason to doubt your judgment, Teresa. Tell me what I must do. Face the gods directly. Thereses turns around and without any hesitation swims for deeper waters, disappearing fully into the black abyss. After a moment, the surface of the sea begins to stir and boil again. Then the sea splits open, as if sliced by a sharp blade. Chaotic streams of information surge endlessly into the abyss. Connection unstable. It's you? She opens her eyes and sees a small, frail creature. But all the violent scenes come to a screeching halt. Wait, who's she? Teresa? Throne room, Palace of West Taleg. Autumn 1098. Monster! Manfred, Ascalon does not need your help. Disapproving roar. This is not the proper stage for your fair fight. Thereses does not have much time left for us. Ascalon, how are your wounds? Ascalon, what intel have you received? I was still a step too slow. Thereses is not here. The only one I've encountered is Manfred. According to Ascalon's reports, Thereses has returned from the command center. Nessalem surely chose the Palace of West Ham as the site for the final battle with an eye towards protecting Thereses. However, currently, Thereses and Teresa are still concealing their true motives from the other members of the military commission. This includes Manfred, the nominal leader of the military commission. Manfred stands alone in the empty throne, facing you down. Aslan is fully locked into him, leaving him no room for any reckless moves. The standing water from his earlier battle with Aslan has soaked Manfred's cloak, leaving him slightly disheveled. Theresa must have already captured Omnumnum and handed it over to Thereses, but Thereses is not here, and Manfred seems unaware of his whereabouts. Doctor, do you think he went there too? To the assimilated universe. Theresa has been moving too aggressively. Thereses reasserts himself yet again. The damage can be irreparable. Terra, as it stands now, is woefully unprepared, regardless of the outcome. Are we prepared to deal with it? I don't have detailed information on the first regime either, so naturally I'm unable to propose any concrete countermeasures. In other words, with how things have developed so far, it's become very difficult to rely on our past experience and knowledge to analyze the current situation. Yippee. We're going in blind, baby. Dr. Kelsey, do you mean we are helpless to do anything? Not at all. If their plan succeeds, what Thereses and Theresa are seeking still falls within the bounds of our understanding. We may not face the worst case scenario. What if they fail? Kelsey looks at you, her eyes filled with worry. Doctor, we must return to Rhodes Island landship as quickly as possible. We might still have one last chance to buy Terra a brief moment of respite. So then we should eliminate those variables that already exist. Yeah. Monster, excited cry. I will protect the Doctor and restrict Manfred's movements as much as possible. Settle this quickly. Beware of the fucking Tikazurtsen that he's carrying. Just as the Tikazurtsen in Manfred's hand begins to glow red, the King of Sarkaz's arts and Aslan's blade descend upon him. This must end. Move. I take it that's the Tiki Watson Jägermeister. Did Ascalon actually get a kill? Ascalon instantly dissolves into purple mist, scattering amidst the flash of the blade before reforming again. Very woven by Emiya protects you and Kelsey, but it begins to falter against the blade. Monster, furious. Shields with all its might. The blade's master slowly emerges from the darkness. He looks even more terrifying under the faint light. You've put yourself in this predicament. Your Highness, you... It looks like Nessalem is fulfilling its end of the bargain. You've come here to see me. Very good. You're not seeing anything, Kelsey. Open your eyes. Okay. You see a man standing calmly before the throne, Thereses. He looks nothing like the man you once knew. He's tightly gripping a vivid, gleaming crystal. You've succeeded. You seem surprised. You too have set foot in the void. You too have witnessed her departure. You know full well the heavy price the Sark has paid for this. And yet you never believed the Sark has any rightful claim to it. Isn't that right, Dame Kelsey? At least for now, we rejoice in your success. I thought you would rejoice in my death, Dame. Is there genuine infection level? I don't know what he's encountered, but needless to say, the assimilated universe's chaotic information continues to rapidly corrupt his will. It will carry on this way until his entire body is fully recorded in another format. Genium. How much longer can he hold out? Frankly, I'm stunned that he's managed to survive this long. I shall escort you out. Maybe we can still find a way to. Londinium does not need me anymore. Please handle the remaining tasks. I must do one last thing for the Sarkaz while my mind is still clear. Rhodes Island, the equality you seek may be a noble goal for all of Terra, but we Sarkaz will not be there to greet its arrival. Such a bitter irony. You and I brought about that outcome with our own hands, Doctor, and now you're walking the very path she once laid out for me. Omnumnum is responding to Teresa's call. The entire underground throne room begins to shift. The path by which you entered is now gone. The hole sealed in the lower layer of Londinium is being filled, at a pace visible to the naked eye. Stop him. The surging Originium assimilates Mia's arts, something she's never experienced before. It's not working. Why? But Theresia still shows the same rarely seen pained look on his face. Cautis, you are much like her. The Originium assimilated Mia's attack. He's currently adapting to and studying Omnimom, but the more he is exposed to it, the more the chaotic data streams will impact him. First Originium, having had its authority seized by force, can't possibly compare to the state it was in when it was first created. We still have a chance. Stall, he can't hold out for long. I need to get closer to him. Just trust me. Oh boy. Oh, what the fuck? Never forget how you felt in that moment. You nearly lost to Mia. However, you feel a torrent of jumbled information rushing through your mind. Time is slowing down, but you can feel the Originium you control. Maybe, just maybe, you still have a chance, so long as you can remember everything that happened. If you can do that, you'll be able to stop the Originium. I'll do my best to cover a path for you, Doctor. Monster, do not worry about me. Protect the Doctor. The Doctor is the only person, out of everyone here, who can stop an Omnanom. Hesitant roar. Trust me. Opens claws to protect you. The surging Originium activates the pool of dead water that has lain still on the surface for ages. Mist clinging to your mask makes it hard to see the road ahead. However, you feel a silken thread wrap around your waist, gently guiding you forward. Yeah. Keep going. I told you before, this conflict ended long ago. Doctor, Teresa and I fully understand that there is no place for us in the Sarkaz future. However, Ascalon, Manfred, your future does not lie here either. Originium creeps up Manfred and Ascalon's body, pushing them toward the edge, to the end of the battlefield. Leave. Go to a safe place and wait there. Remember to take Omnimom back to Kazdel. Wait, Your Highness! Manfred's voice vanishes within the underground throne room. Theresia has already scuttled him off to a safe place. You don't get to make decisions for me anymore. Ascalon dissolves into a purple mist, slipping through the cracks in the Originium and remaining in the throne room. She is everywhere all at once, just waiting for an opportunity. Folly. Omnimom is still flashing, but his movements are becoming increasingly difficult. The Originium is restricting his arms, his eyes, and even his thoughts. But still, he forces himself to remember one goal: to bury everything here. He needs to hold on to his last shred of sanity so he can leave Omnimom with Manfred, who is finally safe. He struggles to lift up his sword, as he once did when he stood at the side of the King of Sarkaz. He raises his sword for the Sarkaz one final time. Doctor, we meet again at last. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond that sky, far beyond the twin moons, there's a place that we would once return to, where we would sleep peacefully. What the fuck? We're getting space lore now? But I'm the only one left, here speaking with you. In the course of the Sarkaz's eternal search for the remains of dead gods to fend off your enemies. Have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? In the sea filled with both truth and the unknown, I saw a fleeting vision of the gods before they died, en route to the pain you bear. I now understand you, though you have already passed away, and I'm the only one left, and I'm speaking to you. Before I retire to my eternal slumber, I will destroy you. I shall build a ladder for the Sarkaz. No longer will anyone toy with the fate of the Sarkaz. We shall reclaim our own destiny, Doctor. Theresia swings his sword. Beam of light stings your eyes, and you rack your brain trying to recall how to stop Omnimom. Mia's barrier breaks, layer by layer, amidst the gleam of the sword. You think you see Monster's huge frame blocking your view. Stop. Suddenly remember everything about the moment you lost Samia. You remember how you stopped it all. You did it, Doctor. You remembered. Priestess. You. You told us that we would only have one chance to strike. You really have slowed down a lot. There he struggles to lower his head and sees the blade that has pierced his heart, as well as Ascalon, with a determined look on her face and tears in her eyes. Figure steps out of the smoke and pins Thereses to the throne with all her strength. Omnimon and his sword fall to the ground, lying in the shallow water, reflecting the dim light. Master, this is the end. Thereses raises his hand. Careful, do not let him touch it again. Thereses clutches Ascalon's assassin blade and uses all of his strength to slowly draw it from his chest. There is no blood. There's no warmth. All that's left are a few shattered crystal shards. Well done. You finally found your conviction. Your heart. It stopped beating a while ago. I've repaid my debt. Take it. Thereses, straining, shifts his gourd towards Omnimon, laying on the ground. Find Mon3tr and Kazdel. Go home. You. Ascalon feels himself being pushed away by a weak hand. Ascalon's a guy? What? Is this supposed to be herself and just another Yostar moment? I will stay here. I cannot let the Sarkaz know my fate. He hears faint cheers from above, the cheers of the Victorians. The Nakshar king is gone. His war ended just before mine. Doctor, I was able to gaze upon the true face of the gods. I only regret that I was unable to completely defeat you. Elsie. Assuming he speaks the truth, he may have brought Terra a moment's respite. Regardless, we must continue our preparations, Doctor. Then, Thereses. He will remain here. I'll ensure no one disturbs him, no one finds him. He holds up Omnimon, Thereses' sword. Doctor. Elsie. Omnimon belongs to Kazdel. We must return to Kazdel. We must consider this matter carefully. The damage the Sark has inflicted on Lindinium is bound to stir a new wave of hatred. Without proper guidance, it could lead to an even darker nightmare. This war must end, but Kazdel must also take measures to protect itself. We can go to Kazdel together and watch how they use Omnimon. It really is the best move, Kelsey. There are many things we need to discuss, but not here. First, we must use Omnimon to leave this place. Give it a try, Doctor. Strange, it's not responding to me. I can feel a faint connection. I think it's responding to me. The sealed passage reopens yet again. Is it assaulting my thoughts? Enough, we can't just keep using this thing haphazardly. We need to do more research on both its uses and potential dangers. Aslan looks at the figure on the throne. In the darkness, she cannot make out his face. Her eyes are a bit blurry. I'll go with you. I will respect his wishes. I don't need to witness his end. Ascalon. The Goddess hugs Ascalon tightly. After suddenly realizes that the frail Goddess she once found in the wilderness has grown up. Let's go home together. Doctor? You all go ahead, I'll catch up. I'll stay here to protect you. Also staying here, it should be sufficient. Thereses is no longer a threat. We'll wait for you outside. It's very quiet. All you can hear is dripping water. You silently creep closer to the man on the throne. You do not fear death, Doctor. You don't think that way. Ha. Such a prideful stance. His voice is hoarse. You're forcing yourself to speak with me. You have won my respect, Doctor. You're more determined than I thought. But you are on a suicide mission. I never imagined you could seize Omnimon. You're heroes in the eyes of Sarkaz, but... Why are you laughing? I'm laughing at you, Doctor. You know nothing. What did you find in the assimilated universe? That is my secret. You have no right to ask. I have no desire to belittle Rhode Island's yearning to heal the wounds caused by Urshinium. Yet it is still so ironic. In the end, if you find that the real monster is you, then what will you do, Doctor? What have you learned? Alas, I will not live to see that day. You and I never really did get along. It was so then, as it is now. He grabs at his clothing. It seems like he's trying to find something. There are deep cuts in his breastplate, wounds left by Ascalon. He finally finds what he's looking for, the stone blade he always carries. Warning roar. Calm down, monster of Kelsey. He's just trying to throw you the blade. It's Ascalon's. Leave. You are not worthy of witnessing my end. Directly below the Palace of West Helg, throne room on the lowest throne in Terra, the Regent Sarkaz accepts his fate, alone. The first Victorian throne, which has been eroded by time and bears little resemblance to its original form, was moved here intact when this nomadic city was first built and became part of the foundation of the Palace of West Helg. The king who built Londinium said, "This symbolizes that Victoria's royal authority is everlasting from beginning to end." According to official Victorian records, the Sarkaz mercenaries, led by an organization called Babel, withdrew from Londinium in October 1098. However, the leader who ultimately directed all of this, Thereses, vanished without a trace. I'm surprised Thereses died in chapter 1. Like, what the fuck? This is the start of Act 3 and he's already dead? What the hell's gonna happen the rest of the act? His ears can no longer hear anything, but the sound of the ocean waves floods his brain just as it did before. This is the voice of the assimilated universe. An endless stream of information crashes into his consciousness. It is frenzied and unclear. It is beyond his understanding. Thereses had very little time left to think. His final shred of consciousness surrenders to the vast sea of data. His consciousness comes to rest beside a lovely monster. The ugly Tikaz, wearing a black crown on his head, walks out from the silvery mountains. He looks up the vast starry sky. The eternal starry sky, the wild primal continent. From every corner of existence, countless lives look beyond the earth and stars. They all gaze up at the same universe. He's not lonely. He feels more calm and peaceful than he's ever felt in his life. At last, I see the past as you once saw it, as well as the future. He wants to say something more, to call that name one last time, but he can no longer speak. He is totally exhausted, but as he prepares to close his eyes, a faint white ray emerges from the darkness. We insist that you know the parting words she left for you. As Teresa left with the myriad souls, she heard your voice among the many who called out to her. Time has finally come to an end. Goodbye, Thereses. He strains to open his eyes, his field of vision grows even darker, but he recognized the figure in white some time ago, as soon as it first appeared. Goodbye, Teresa. He doesn't need to hold on any longer. He flashes a slight smile and allows his last wisp of consciousness to dissipate. The light dispels the darkness. The light brings forth the darkness. When the light pours into his eyes once more, time seems to have gone backwards, back to the moment before the collapse. You are lost. Who speaks to me? It has been a long time since this place has seen a new visitor. Or are you the last survivor of the ruined planet? I remember my consciousness was shattering. And then disintegration, death. But why? In any case, welcome. Come, seek me. This must be the doctor's perspective. Oh. Now I'm really confused. I remember a hand reached out to me before I died. This place. Artist who should have perished and returned to Terran soil looks around in confusion. She has never seen a place like this before. Light falls upon her, and she feels warm. Where are we? The land beyond death? The home of the gods? Let me see your arm. Oh, that was only 15-2. Holy shit. God. Already so much has happened. New adverse combat difficulties available for this stage. Tap to enter adverse combat. You can directly enter adverse combat and begin the simulation. This way, only the sanity required for adverse combat itself will be consumed. On completing the simulation, the corresponding standard combat stage progress will sync up, and the first clear rewards for the standard stage will also be obtained. In addition, once the adverse combat simulation is completed, strategic simulation unlocks. By choosing to take on this increased difficulty, you can earn simulation points. Oh boy. Okay. So we're probably going to want to either hold here or here. Probably here. Maybe a close hold here. I ain't fucking around though, so let's grab the trust farm with her. We'll grab these ones. Grab you, grab you. The penance. I'll grab... I don't want to just bring Walter and make everything too easy. We'll grab you. Let's see, we have a Blana. This farming. We'll bring Logos because it's lore accurate, I guess. Where is he? You're not Logos, are you? No, you're at the Pulse. Where's Logos? This is Trust. There you are. Yeah, skill 1's fine. Should I bring Ascalon? Sure. Where's Ascalon? There she is. Let's go skill. I guess I could bring Walter. She's sort of plot relevant, but we'll bring Calcet. Kelsey. I don't know why I said Calcet. I know her name's Kelsey. Oh, you know what I need? I need a Vanguard, actually. We'll bring a monster. We'll bring Kelsey. Give me a Vanguard. Bagpipe would be a very meme choice. Siege would also be a meme choice. We'll just bring Vulpus Fulgila. Vulpus Fulgila. What's her trust rating, anyways? 151, okay. So she could use a little more, that's fine. Ooh, she's only level 1. Not that I'm actually planning to use her. But like, oh wait, why am I skipping this? Bells. Why am I hearing them ring from all directions? Voices so soft that does not echo off the walls. Wherever the foggy light comes, lots of tiny holes appear in the walls, opening and closing. Breathing. When the light disappears, the walls turn white and silent. The light is very different from the holy city's light that the bishop talked about. That light is a simulated F spectrum. I can hear you. How can I see you? She presses her nails to the wall. Feels warm and soft, as if she's touching someone else's fingertips. So she places her whole palm against the wall, pressing closely to the wall's fine patterns and textures. Whenever her hand moves, the patterns stretch along with it, as if they're quietly guiding her by hand. You're responding to me? She runs forward for a bit, and the wall extends with her, leading her. There are so many doors and so many different paths here. Where do they all lead? The goddess stops walking. She sees a god standing in midair, a short distance in front of her. Its silhouette is massive. The surface of the god's body carries a musky sheen, unlike that of any metal. It nimbly arranges a vast array of glowing fragments into patterns. As the patterns change, the fragments shift color in turn. But the girl notices there's no halo on the god's head. The midair colossus completely ignores her, gliding past without hesitation. Where is she? I'm so confused. Oh, it's a robots. Is she in Colombia? How did she get from Londinium to Colombia? Another similar being approaches and stops in front of her. Music? It seems to be asking her a question. I don't understand what you're saying. God is quiet for a moment, then switches from its own language to another one and continues talking. Your use of language is primitive. The god extended supple limbs to cover the goddess's head. The goddess nervously shuts her eyes. There's no need to fear. I'm analyzing your brain frequency and will upload it to Anseta. Language. You. Sufficient to communicate. Not yet vectorized. Extrapolation, deduction, language, temporary adjustments, resonance necessary. I can't understand you. Can you understand me? Indubitably. Then are you God? Goddess nervously asks the question that she is most desperate for an answer to. God, question, definition, necessary. The bishop says that God is the embodiment of the law and the Lord of the holy city, who protects the sick and the dearly departed. These things he says were never recorded in the history books. Forsake, God. God, not necessary. If you aren't God, then who rescued me? Why have I been brought here? Where is this kingdom come? Are you here to guide me into the kingdom? Questions, too many. Resonance lacking. Communication insufficient. Ray disorder. Ray distorter. I. Partial answer. Show you. The being who calls itself Ray Distorter uses its limbs to draw a window in the air and drag it to the nearest wall. The image in the porthole quickly fades from view. Pale, eerie light wells up from nowhere, flooding the entire window. The image sharpens gradually, and the goddess girl looks out at the window. What the fuck? A shattered sphere floats in the dark expanse of space, dotted with countless stars. It is frozen at the moment of death. All the past that have not had time to be told shatter into dust and are cast into the frozen void. The dust particles find each other and circle around the former garden. They clump together into rings that float in the air. Goddess Girl and Ray Distorter sail atop these dust rings into the dead silence. We see, sail, salvage. You, shudder. Fear? The faraway things, the twinkly things. They look like eyes. It's really scary. They're just stars, but they feel alien. There are too many of them. They're too close, too bright. You're not scared? Fear is unnecessary. Fear, too limiting, too inadequate to describe. The goddess looks through the window and sees the tiny holes have appeared in the walls of the ship. A white line appears somewhere far, far in the distance. It starts growing and growing until it covers up almost the entire window. The blinding light caresses the surface of the land of death, covering and hiding everything from any would-be watchful eye. Goddess Girl looks directly at the light, as a fear is continually invading her heart. Fear she does not understand. It's the pale light of a dying star. A dead planet still orbits the star. The great ship clinging to the star ring must endure its light and its wailing, again and again, without end. Sea, yes. Only grave, no holy city. Only cycles, only laws, no God. Universe, welcome. You, traveler, name? Herda. I don't know when it started, but the nickname that clerics used to tease me with became my name. What the fuck is going on? Has she been like out for a long time and that's Terra blowing up in the eventuality where we lose whatever one of 17 cataclysmic events happened in the Arknights universe, or administrative permissions confirmed. Unlocking restricted access project. PRTS repaired audio log 0422. Access restrictions unlocked. Date unrecoverable. Play log under development area. Subject Kelsey. The dust has settled in Londinium, but hopes for peace and Victoria seem dim. How much time do we have? I know you're listening. PRTS? Priestess? Do I say priestess or do I call it PRTS? I need you to do everything you can to restore monitoring the cradle process in the middle deck's underdevelopment area. And prepare to grant closure access to my permissions. Oh? Authorization Abyss. Thank you. There's a lot left to do. How much will I manage myself? Playback finished. Erasing access log. 3, 2, 1. Log has been erased. Administrator, do you want to unlock the next classified log? Operation confirmed. Unlocking next log. Rose Island Landship, summer, 1101. This is 3 years later. Okay. 3 years after the Londinium incident. I don't like how peaceful it is already. Yo, what's up? We got another robot. Ali claiming credit. Good work. Seems like closure and mechanist upgrades were effective. Hey, the repair on the sector is nearly complete. She feels a small body made contact with her back, hugging her neck and giggling. Lana knows the giggle well. Sometimes it makes her happy, and sometimes it makes her anxious. She takes the girl she loves so much up on her back. Hot lid, I smell cream stew. Lons, you're going to ruin the surprise. It smells too good, I can't help myself. You sure are happy. I guess the doctor agreed? Yes, I saw there was an opening. I volunteer work in the Recombination office, and I signed up as soon as I could. The food I cook now can't cure a miner's oripathy, sure. The Rhodes Islander friends can, and I can fill their stomachs. If Savage and Ray hadn't vouched for me, the doctor might have rejected my application on the spot. Well, it's my responsibility as your guardian to accompany you, obviously. Savage and Ray are with me, no worries. But even when I'm not around, you still have to eat, right, Lons? We left a full week's worth of soups in the day in the kitchen, all your favorite flavors. My colleagues in logistics will keep an eye on you for me. You're the boss, Potlid. Will you really be able to stand leaving your friends? Yes. BP is also a good friend of mine. But lots of the people I know have applied to serve as backup in this place with that, and we're not about to fall behind. Everyone's looking forward to touring our new home after the mission is over. Well, as you promised me, the roads is going to look even more beautiful once the renovations are done. Shh, of course I beat the closures blueprints before. Also, I was already brave enough to say goodbye to my family and set off on a long journey, just like my dad did. Lons, you just wait for my return. Ah, Zima. A giant cookie. Is this from Kyobi? Lots of operators getting ready to head out to support Post got cookies. You gotta eat good when you're traveling. Kay was really firm with me on that. I just wonder if she's gonna end up eating most of the cookies before she gets to share them. Set it up with Vulcan to bake a batch of cookies as quickly as possible so Kay can pass them all out to all the operators going on field missions. When the time comes, I'll have Sonya go with Kay to distribute them. Why? Forget it. I'll just drink Lido along with me. Huh? I'm fine as long as you give me the honey drink you owe me once we get there. With a drink in my hand, I'm at your command, General Zima. What a headache. All this talking to people shit. This isn't Natalia's work. Rosa can't be everywhere at once. She has a lot of specific plans to go over with Amiya too, you know. The ship's going to be a bit more trouble than usual. After all, we're going to Ursus. Or did you give the task of planning with me and to Rosa because you were afraid you couldn't do it? Who said I couldn't do it? It's just Ursus, the place they all left together. So much time has passed since then. Seymour believes they're ready to go back and face the place once more. Gumi, what's wrong with your hand? Nothing, Zima. It's just a little sore is all. We had them baking too many cookies. The bakers in the cantina got worn out. Even Kay, waiting right outside the door, had to get dragged in to help like a good girl. Don't worry about me, Zima. She wants to fill the bellies of the operators who took good care of her and are now leaving home. I feel the same way. We'll do our part as well. Anyways, Natalia also needs to spend some time. You need help? Count me in. Durnar. See, little cub? Look what I can whip up in the kitchen. Dr. Durnar. The doctor showed me your application. Took the liberty applying to travel with you as your guardian. Truth is, the doctor was too worried about sending you back. I'm worried enough myself. Zima. Welcome. Man, this is kind of bittersweet. God, my throat hurts. I talk all day, and then I just do more talking on stream. But yeah, kind of bittersweet that some of the first operators we ever got were the children of Ursus that we picked up from or during the reunion invasion. Well, that was like what, 5 years ago in lore? Like, well, if the Battle of Londinium was 3 years ago, then yeah, probably like 5-6 years ago. So like these kids are gotta be like 18, 19 by now. So, I mean, they were kids still, but like it's crazy that they're, you know, growing up and going on missions on their own now. Well, not fully on their own. They do have Durnar with them, but I mean, Rosa was the oldest, and she was like 16, so she's gotta be like close to 20, 21. Rosa, the doctor didn't want to approve your application at first. Medical assessed all of you and recommended that we be a bit more careful with your itinerary. But in the end, the doctor respected our wishes. That's because of Zima. She burst into the doctor's office and vowed to protect you, promising your safe return to Rhodes Island. Just like before. Of course she did. I kept them alive in Chernobog. I got us through it. This time's no different. This isn't just about your safety. Talia and I have worked it out. We operate under our family's Rostov Industries. We'll have an easier time moving around. I'm not worried about your status. The assessment says you aren't fully prepared yet. There are other ways you can help Rhodes Island. We're all nervous about going back. At least a bit, but we can't keep hiding from it. This isn't some journey home for self-healing. We looked over the risks and volunteered because we think you're good fit for the operation in Ursus. We decided to call Rhode Island our home a long time ago. So I can guarantee I'll bring them back home, safe and sound. Let's fucking go, Zima. Sonia has always been braver than me. Amiya, as far as the details of our collaboration with the Rostov Industries, I'd appreciate if Dr. Kelsey and the doctor could take a closer look. I believe this will only be beneficial to our operations. Consider it done, Rosa. However, I still recommend that you avoid conducting any operations in Chernobog for now. Ursus is still patrolling the area as closely as ever, and your identities are still an issue. We'll stay in contact with the ship. There's so many aspects of the Ursine operation that will be up to you to assess. Have a safe trip, Rosa. The ship will be sending additional logistics and medical staff to accompany you. Oops. Not only to support your operation, but also to explore the possibility of establishing a permanent office in Neurosis. By the way, someone else came to find me after your travel plans were announced. She hopes to join in on your journey. Oh? Stomach growling. Yumi, put the pot down. You eat your fill first. Huh? I haven't gone hungry in a very long time. Maybe I was just too busy today and forgot to eat. You and Zima are here, so I'll be fine. Then get to eating, you hear me? Open wide, Gumi. I'm full, Lito. Come think of it. Do you have anything you need us to bring, Zima? Personal thingies? I brought some big crates with me. Well, let's bring the guitar Natalia gave me. Don't want her asking about it later. Anything else, just leave it at home. Not like we're never coming back. Lito, didn't you say we weren't taking anything? That reminds me, I've got some junk to give to someone. Mind if we swing by Kajerig? Keurig? Yarog? I hate that word. I can't say it. On the way home, Sonya? Should be fine. I'll spend my travel plan to the doctor. Excuse me, might I join you on your trip to Ursus? Absinthe! Oh. Sorry, I know this request is sudden, but Sonya, let Zoya come with us. This rescue mission will be a long one. We can take care of each other along the way. You already know, Talia? I talked to Rose about it. Don't sweat it, Zoya. This isn't our first joint trip. Yeah, wait, the cookies are still raw in the middle. Huh? No, stop her. She'll give herself a tummy ache. Huh? Politely stops her. I'm gonna be late. Spins angrily. He made so many cookies. The cookies should go to very, very good people. Lots of wonderful people are setting on a journey. I took good care of Kay at home, so Kay wants to make sure they don't go hungry. That's the deal. Doctor, the copy rooms on each floor have been packed with people these past few days. The surrounded field deployments, going out to so many different regions. Oops. This is a perfect opportunity for us to pick up local souvenirs. The wish list everyone's been making are long enough to start a whole Terran Expo. In the past, closure suggested the procurement department make unified purchases for the operators, but I rejected the idea. Let's keep the spirit of the tradition alive. Procurement will be sending out a notice soon regarding reimbursement. Do you need me to bring you back anything from my trip to Victoria? Kelsey shakes her head. She looks at the cookies Frolic holding with a bit of suspicion. You always shoved these cookies at me just now. She just made a gigantic mess in the kitchen, and Mia's still trying to help clean it up. Poor Amia. Frolic, Bolinik, you're going to have your hands full on this trip to Victoria. In addition to recovering data from several offices in the ducal territories, you'll have to monitor Nasiorsi. What the fuck is Nasiorsi? And read. You have to coordinate with all the different offices and provide as much support as possible. Of course. And let Heidi know we are temporarily delaying our return to the ship for debriefing. Ever since Londinium's parliament restored contact with the outside world, it has resumed collecting messages from the core nations. The intelligence network that Heidi has been cultivating is extremely important. This is also why I'm sending you to provide support. So overall, things aren't really that great? I see. Place close attention. Polinik, you need to take it easier. What? You have a habit of overloading yourself. I saw your itinerary. You're stretching yourself too thin, and deleted a few of the tasks. Try not to dwell on the things you fear, and don't try to force yourself to take control of them either. I never expected you to be like your mother, or me. I don't support encouraging those who have experienced suffering. Oops. I don't support encouraging those who experience suffering to forget the hatred and violence they've endured. If we want to build a better future, we mustn't surrender. Try to slow your pace a bit. Wanting to have more control of your life is good, but getting all anxious about it is just tantamount to self-torture. It's a long road to Victoria, but I need you to remember the smile you had when you first walked in this room. This is my one and only requirement for you. I will remember that. I'll pick out a souvenir for you myself when I get back to Victoria. Very well, Dr. Kelsey. I know it's coming. But like, man, Red, you don't need to hide. I don't know why I was thinking the reunion guy with Golden Glow instead of Project Red. I was afraid you'd be angry. You told me not to be sad about Syracuse, but I made you sad. I don't want to leave Rhode Island this time. I'm afraid you'll force me. I haven't prepared the transfer over to Sweep yet, Red. Stay here on standby. Aslan orders will arrive soon. You received the orders. Can I stay by your side? Yes. Didn't you arrive some time ago? Yes, I arrived a while ago. Man. Aunt Gemma and Mom prepared these canned golden radishes for me to hand out to my colleagues. Sorry, there might be a few too many of them. Should we maybe store them in the kitchen first? There's a veritable mountain of cans here. I'll leave them with you. All this stuff happened all of a sudden. It's been too long since I've been home. Mom's stockpile of canned goods is getting out of control. She keeps dumping them on me over and over. Didn't she tell me they were prepared specifically for her colleagues? Yeah, right. Anyways, they're all mine. I'll decide how they're used. Doctor, might I trouble you to help me distribute these to our colleagues when you see them? Warmy's on a tight schedule, so I don't have time to do it myself. Alright, the 2 cans with names in them? I'll save them for you and Amiya. Don't give them out by mistake. They look more or less the same. Of course they're not the same. Alright, I also need to take 30 cans on my own trip. For your own supplies? No, it's gifts. Warmy and Ray have an old friend Jerry. Ever since he married Kiara, this crew's really taken off. I saw the last photo we sent. His family's been blessed with quite a litter of kids. Warmy made plans to stop and visit them on the way. They mentioned this. Time really flies, huh? And we haven't really changed much, eh? Well, Amiya sure does seem like she's matured a lot ever since she returned from Kazdel. Take good care of Warmy and Ray. Please take care of yourself as well. Alright, Doctor. I look forward to seeing you again after the field missions are complete. Still, this field assignment covers a pretty wide area. I'm afraid it'll be quite a while before I can sleep soundly in my own bed again. Don't worry, Rhodes Island will wait for you to return. Keep the lights on for me, Doctor. I don't like this. I don't like this. Seeing all the year 1 operators like, maturing and going on their own, saying they'll come back to their home, and knowing the things that I know that have already been spoiled. Right. I don't know how I could have ever, like, I was thinking about quitting this game for a while. I genuinely thought Exia Alter was going to be my last time playing this game, but I think Chapter 15's pulled me back in. Like, I was always gonna, like, play Enfields, like, Wenfield. But I was gonna stop playing this, you know, Arknights 1. But I don't know how I possibly can now. Like, goddamn. This is such a bittersweet chapter. Hey, what are you still doing here? I just thought of something. We still haven't been given our medicine health maintenance manuals yet. We need this guidance so we can remember our health regimens. I mean, this is going to be a long trip abroad. Will we all remember to eat our meals and take our medicines? Medic operators will take care of that. Why are you worried about it? But we often do forget to take proper care of ourselves. You yourself, Lava, don't you forget to take your food rations with you? Whatever. Then there's the other members of A1. The squad's going to be taking on some dangerous tasks. Chris has to go on a long trip all by herself. Will they be okay? Enough already. Will you quit treating them like children? Oh no. A1? Oh, fuck, man. Beagle's gonna die. We've been at this for so long, we're all adults already. That's true. They're all like 18-ish now. And I know, I get it. It's just that making me play spend so many years with everyone, day in, day out, and not knowing when I'll be back, it's a lot to take in. I just feel a bit empty inside. Don't worry, we'll be back. Woods Island's dealing with some stuff right now. Trust Dr. Kelsey and Amia can handle it all. All we have to do is complete our own tasks and be patient. Woods Island is our home, and we're not going to lose our home. No matter what happens, we'll be back. Someday. Right. We'll be together again. Warfarin. Your body temp hasn't come down. It seems the old cocktail drug is no longer effective. However, your metabolic rate has not been impacted too much. After the concentration of the old drugs in your bloodstream goes down, I'll administer some new medications. These new drugs will decrease your pain threshold, but don't worry. I'll up your pain meds. Alright. There are a few new empty beds. Left yesterday, don't worry. They've just been transferred elsewhere for more targeted temporary treatments. By the way, a few people left some notes for you. They're in your bedside drawer. Your condition is rather unusual, and we should keep you in a controlled treatment environment. Staying here with me under my observation is the best option. Okay then, thank you. What are you looking at, Chloe? There are little circles on the ceiling that keep spinning. Looking at them makes me feel safe. Crystals are still interfering with your vision. My next surgery will be an attempt to remove the crystals near your retinas. Every time I stare at them, they look like they've just crept a little. They look like they've crept just a bit closer. It's like they're talking to me. Can you hear them? Their sound. It's like that old bell I used to wear. You mean the one you told me about before? The bell tower in your hometown? There's more than just one bell tower. It was on a quest to repair all of them, and I already repaired quite a few when they were all destroyed by cannon fire. Reach out to the operators we've got in Victoria. Looked into it for you. The town's been rebuilt and locals have repaired that old bell. It's great news. Now the bell's tolling again, life can continue on. Quite a relief, isn't it? Orphan double-checks the instrument readings one last time, then injects the prepared medicine into the IV system. The buzzing of the instruments mixes together with the noise of the IV system and Chloe's occasional gasps of pain. Dr. Orphan, how many different types of medicines have we tried over the last 3 years? Let me worry about that. All your vital indications have stabilized. That's what's really important here. Before I contracted oropathy, I often cared for infected soldiers in the bell tower. I know exactly what it means when the crystals start spreading across your skin. Chloe tries to move the muscles in her face, and the tiny spikes embedded in her skin twist her expression. Her wounds split open, and bright beads of blood begin to seep out. You see, they won't even let me smile. As a doctor, I cannot guarantee outcomes. I can only promise that every medic in Mon3tr will provide you the best possible care. Thank you, Dr. Morphin. I just missed my hometown. This report, the first time I saw this patient's charts, I thought there was some kind of error in the data too, but we checked the data several times, and it was correct. By all logic, no patient with this high cell genome assimilation rate should still show any signs of life. It goes against everything we know about oropathy, and yet the genome is keeping the patient alive in a way no one could have predicted. Some of her internal organs have completely crystallized, but they've actually functioned more effectively and stably than those of previous patients we've seen. I haven't figured out what's causing this condition yet, but based on the data, the more her infection progresses, the healthier she seems, and the more pain she's in. We've never seen a case like this before. This may be some kind of new mutated form of oropathy. We can make some sort of medical breakthrough while administering her treatments. Maybe these people we rescued from Victoria really can bring a few miracles to Rhodes Island. Damn. 15-3. The name of a miracle. I don't know where they're gonna come from first, so I'm gonna put you here. Is this thing attacking, or I genuinely don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put you here for now. I'm gonna put you here. Okay, so it is doing damage. That's good to know, I guess. We'll put thorns here. I don't think he's gonna get much action, but we'll put her here to heal and get the boost from him. We'll put him here, going up, I guess. Oh, you can't attack that thing. Oh, okay. Don't know why I assumed you couldn't, but alright. Put Iblana here. Narcassus, whatever her fuck ass name is. We'll put Ascalon here. We'll put Penance here. I don't think we'll need anything else. Cool. So really, I should have flipped these guys because her healing needs ground place to put, like here, but I can only go in her healing range, so it doesn't really help. Okay, good to know. I didn't actually look at any of her skills or anything, so... Courage badge, that's so cute. Communicators made by Radium in the shape of pin badges. Retrieving them can help reduce interference on the comms network. They can be traded for closure for all sorts of supplies. Oh, that's cute. Man. Okay, so I want to bring... No, she should be fine, yeah. Should be all I need for sniping. She gotta be smarter about monsters placement, I think. We'll do one more. And then that'll probably be the end of the stream. I know, my 2-hour Andy bullshit, but my voice hurts. I've already been talking for 12 hours today. Oh, good. Okay, that's great. I love that for me. Okay, let's put this guy here. Cool. And then we're gonna put thorns. Okay.
急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
モンスター座標に着いた。
嘲笑は恋に依らえてなる。
どよんとした天気？大丈夫。
動き回るな。そうすればお互い手間が省けるだろう。
Let me put her this way. Do this.
このドレスを赤く染め上げたの。
寝たところで結局はやるんじゃないか。
I want your stupid thing there.
どこまでも
Again, I don't want your stupid thing there, because I don't want penance here.
このガベルは重いわ。覚悟しておきなさい。
Problem is now thorns can't charge up, so I probably should have waited, but whatever.
終焉の
こうやってそれ。
Oh, easy. Kristen. Oh, he's got some new graffiti. Closure, I have the right to refuse the data module inspections and upgrades you're proposing. I will not be treated like Thermax and Lancet 2. You know very well that I am different from my colleagues. New closure. Relax, I'm not trying to trick you into a module upgrade this time. And please restore the power supply to my mobility module. Restricting a respected scholar's personal freedom is really unbecoming behavior. Take a look at the expression doodle on my faceplate. It indicates how I feel. Angry. This won't take too much time. This and I is already lined up, waiting at the entrance. Mr. Preston, I guarantee this maintenance will be quick. Alright, there we are. You've blocked me from accessing PRTS data. Blocked you? No, I just disconnected you from Priestess. To be more precise, I physically removed your reception module. It looks like that went well enough. Thought there'd be some irreparable failures. You just did that without any sort of planning. Well, how do you feel now? I recorded the entire experiment. You violated protocol, and I'll be discussing your negligence with Kelsey shortly. Not to mention your reckless disregard for my life. She'll hear about that too. Mr. Preston, please do one more self-check and be certain you're not getting any transmission from Priestess. You should just be thankful nothing went wrong. I checked and I indeed cannot connect to Priestess any longer. It's like I have blurred vision. It's a very subtle feeling. I don't like it one bit. Perfect. Now we can talk, Mr. Preston. I wanted to disconnect all the retrofitted operation platforms to Priestess. Would there be a safer way to do that? I refuse to speculate about such dangerous work. There would be no different than killing all my precious colleagues. What if we had no other choice? Please tell me what might cause you to draw such a conclusion. Have you discovered something? Oh, I think I understand. Okay. I only know for sure of one spoiler, and then I know one spoiler image. And I think I'm starting to guess why the spoiler image happened. All my homies hate Priestess. Closure, can you determine the root cause of the last few Priestess operation errors? The logs show that most of the errors were caused by human error and operational mistakes made by team members. This again? Either way, backup systems are being deployed as quickly as possible. The framework for independent terminal command system has been upgraded as per Kelsey's suggestions. We named it Zoot. Temporary admin permissions have been given to the Doctor, Kelsey, and Amia. And me, of course. A lot of the ideas I had when I first designed the system feel a bit outdated now. I really wanted to scrap it and start over, but Kelsey shot down that application. We don't have much time. Can we seamlessly switch to the new terminal command system? I'm still working on that. We still have no way to replace Priestess' current role to its island daily operations. Much of our medical data and resource allocation calculations still rely on Priestess. But the biggest issue I'm facing is how to construct a data center and energy hub reliable enough to support the new command system. Nothing comes close to what Priestess can do here. Even when handling the massive high-precision computation Rhode Island requires, it still has power to spare. Fortunately, I still can't make sense of Priestess' underlying logic. Even Zood, which completely mimics its design, keeps throwing errors in weird places you wouldn't think of. What if we use Omnimom? Closure. I reviewed the comments you added to my report. The theories you outlined in response. According to Casdell's office logs and experimental results, there is at least a theory, a possibility that Omnimom can function as a data center and energy hub. But this is also extremely risky. It's not like we haven't learned anything from this. At least we verified there's a possibility of using Omnimom for super long range communications and data transfers. Even though she'd be informed in advance, Lucidel was still freaked out when your greeting showed up out of nowhere. The operators who went to assist Casdell, they've settled in. Everyone was surprised when they first got there. They assumed the city would be in worse shape. They found their footing quickly, and when the time came for midnight to me to head back, it was hard to say goodbye to the new friends we'd made. Doctor, do we really have to keep sending people out to various branch offices? I've never seen the ship as deserted as it is now. Come to a mutual understanding, Closure. We're sending more personnel to the regional offices, partly to reduce the number of people at risk in the event of an accident aboard the ship, and partly to ensure these offices can respond more effectively when needed. You know that, of course. I'm just not used to having to say goodbye to friends all of a sudden. I don't know when it started, but my schedule is packed with farewell dinners now. This is starting to make more sense. Once the risks aboard the ship are cleared, it'll be up for you to decide when the operators return. If everyone is here, then we'll start the meeting. Also, don't forget to delete the voice recordings data logs from today. Wipe them for Priestess. From here on out, every decision we make will shape the future of Rhode Island. We've reached a consensus. If we want to guarantee the safety of Rhode Island people and assets, there are certain decisions we can't avoid any longer. Simplify the ship's structure. We need to segregate Rhode Island important resources and help the personnel stationed on the ship settle in. So help ease the concerns of those stationed on the ship while also improving everyone's response time in the event of an emergency. Still have questions, Kelsey. This means we'll have to dismantle the vast majority of the ship's structure. Dr. Kelsey, did you accelerate Rhode Island defense planning only because of Priestess's recent irregularities? Recent irregularities made one thing clear. Priestess is slowly spiraling out of control, and as time goes on, this will only accelerate. For Priestess is only Rhode Island's terminal control system. If it's no longer in control, then who's it taking orders from? You're about internal threats? Maybe that possibility has always existed. Trust you, Dr. Kelsey. What a headache. What do you think, Doctor? I trust Kelsey's judgment. She and I have already rehearsed hundreds of contingency plans. But what do, Kelsey? You've already played a big role in the ship's reconstruction. The mechanical structures connecting the different core areas have been almost completely replaced with cyclic hydrocarbon prefabricated materials over the past 5 years, which can support a certain degree of modular disassembly. A certain degree? The power system and lower deck and the uppermost deck cannot be separated for now. When Island was first excavated, the limitations of available technology and other constraints prevented us from restoring it to its ideal condition. It wasn't until 7 years ago when Closure and I drafted the blueprints for the restoration that we discovered it would be very hard to modify Rhode Island's structure. I'm surprised we managed to do as much as we did. The catastrophe warning system, the medical center, are particularly crucial modules. Both involved technologies that are not yet ready to be disclosed and are the hardest to deploy. Hager? It's risky, but well warranted. Leveraging Clementia's and Gladia's private channels, we won't even have to establish contact with Hager authorities. I can assure them matters handled discreetly and properly. Oh, might even be able to conduct technology transfers. I reckon that would make Warframe happy. I did not realize that that was a choice of, like, who we are going to trust moving forward. I just saw, like, we were trying to take a guess at whose technology we're using. But Ager does probably make the most sense. What were the other options? Columbia? Yeah. You cannot trust Columbia as far as you can throw their fucking bird-ass president. Londinium, they're in total fucking ruin. Reed or Siege may be in charge. I didn't really pay attention part 2 or act 2. Siege may be in charge, but like I don't trust Londinium that much. Ager, complete fucking mystery, but like she said, we can just go through Gladia and never have to actually deal with them. Gladia, I do trust. Gladia is like one of the few characters with like Kelsey level plot relevance that I do trust, which probably is not a good thing, but might even be able to conduct technology transfers. I reckon that would make Warframe happy. That is the path I believe we should take. Ager, looking at all the other factors, this is the best choice we can make. I'll personally communicate with the Inquisition and Ager personnel to ensure the safety. I skipped. For the safe arrival of our own personnel and assets. Most of our patients have been temporarily placed in treatment facilities in various offices along with reinforcements. All that is left is for the remaining patients to be transferred to Ager once the medical center is operational again. Leave this to me. The support vehicle for long-distance patient transport is already prepped and ready to go. As for the transfer arrangements for logistics and engineering, I talked it over with my people, and everyone was enthusiastic about temporarily moving to Kazdal. Many of them are old friends who stuck with us back then. Returning to Kazdal means a lot to them. Yes, I talked to Walter. I can't Whistle. Walter before leaving Kazdal. Babel will assign personnel to escort both our people and our key assets throughout the entire journey. We fly the banners of Babel and the military commission. The mercenaries won't dare try anything. And then there's our mining module. A long time ago, I purchased a semi-decommissioned mining ship from Rimbilliton and registered under Rhode Island's name. Ship's mining module can now be legally transferred to the new mining vessel to continue operations in Rimbilliton. At the same time, place an order on the market to buy the mining module. Hedge your tracks. Make any major changes in the short term is sure to attract attention, especially from our rivals who will use this opportunity to use them against us. While calling it a refit and upgrade may be something most factions will accept, anybody with their own plans, ones watching us more closely, won't be fooled. We need a few more sophisticated explanations. I stopped in Syracuse at the resupply before returning to the ship, where I visited Vigil and Penance in Nova Volcini. Help me dig into the current state of affairs in Nova Volcini. As long as the Famigile are not publicly pressuring Nova Vasili, City Hall will be able to protect us. I propose inserting a business department in Nova Vasili by means of investment. Establishing a cooperative relationship with City Hall will counter both overt and covert maneuvers from competing companies. Doctor, what do you think? I agree with Amia. We can build a backup warehouse in Nova Volcini as well. The logistics system in Nova Volcini has changed a lot in the past year, and the port's cargo throughput is extremely impressive. With City Hall's cooperation, it'll be easier for us to conceal the transportation and storage of important assets. Doctor, let me handle coordination for the rest of the support facilities. There's one last painful task on the list. Everyone looks at the blueprint spread out in front of them and commands them to fall silent. This is the key to everything we're doing. Kelsey points to a region in the center of the blueprints. Abyss. What the fuck? It's actually an abyss. On the blueprint, a new area has been added to what was once a blank space in the center section of the mid-deck. Kelsey has never told you what the abyss really means, but you have a strange feeling that this area marked on the blueprint has never been recorded by Priestess is inextricably linked to you. A long time has passed since it was last opened. Even back then, I had to get close to the place to bring back someone important and dare go near the deeper parts, the one that's been sealed away all this time. Now I'm not even sure what kind of changes have happened. And I just said, if the Priestess abnormalities have a specific cause, then the abyss must be involved somehow. What do you think you should deal with this section, Doctor? I haven't the slightest idea. I need to go there and investigate. Dr. Kelsey, I can go with. I'll bring the doctor there myself, Amia. Closure, I need you two to make sure the surrounding areas are completely cleared out. Set up the first isolation zone around the abyss itself, and a second one within 1 kilometer of the ship. Ask Don if the lead operators will stay on board on standby. I need all of the personnel on board to temporarily leave the ship and prepare for countermeasures. Mia, you and Closure must leave temporarily as well. Be prepared to activate our contingency plans at any time to deal with unexpected situations. How long do we have? Mass migration like this will be hard to get done in a short period. 15 days. During this period, you'll need complete full-body data scanning, comparative analysis, Doctor. We're done. Healthy, what is actually in the abyss? The beginning of everything and the end of everything. Okay, so I understand. Kelsey, I want to go to the abyss and see for myself. Kelsey seems to know why you want to do this and gives a slight nod. Alright, but please keep in mind, until we're fully prepared, we can conduct preliminary expeditions. I'll be careful. We can't go any deeper. We can't tell if getting closer to the core area of the abyss will cause some unexpected changes. We're still some distance from the actual abyss. I also don't have permission to open the abyss anyway. Still trying, but at this point I made very little progress. Saying this is where I first woke up on Terra? Physically, yes, but your situation is a bit more complicated than that. Does coming here bring back any specific memories? Is this a test? I just want to confirm that you're in good health. After withdrawing from Londinium, our operators in Tremounts and Melirium inevitably forced us to confront the history of this land and your history. The Urginium at some of the universe, I caught a glimpse of my mission. Oh? The savior of this land. The destroyer of this land. I cannot avoid it, nor do I have any reason to. Doctor, I stopped questioning resolve long ago, which is the only reason we're here now. I have a theory about the true nature of the Abyss. He's here. This is why you chose leaving me in closure out of this conversation. I still haven't figured out how to tell them. We would have to prepare for it anyway, sooner or later. Amia's still young, but every new trial we face helps her mature a little bit as leader. I'm always relying on Closure's knowledge and skill, and she's taking more responsibility over Rhode Island as well. You're all worthy of your trust and alliance. I'll stand by your side for a long time to come. But Kelsey, you won't. Won't you? How cruel. How cruel to have this as an option, knowing what's going to happen. Right now, we need to figure out what is happening to Priestess. Experiencing the similar universe left us with many unanswered questions. Ever since Teresa and Thereses joined forces to seize the first Virginium, I felt uneasy about what's going to come. She's already awakened when a man and woman arrived. But that was 3 years ago. Cannot be completely certain. Very likely that Thereses used a method I cannot trace to cut off the controller from the Virginium. That delayed her arrival. I'm afraid delayed is the most apt description for it. Nonetheless, I must admit that they did something I never imagined they'd do, and objectively speaking, they bought us more time. However, we will eventually awaken from our beautiful dream. Sounds like we have to open the Abyss. Indeed, after all, Priest is still operational to this day. Its core server and power sources are buried within the depths of the Abyss. We can't touch them or analyze them. We can never be too cautious when dealing with such an unknown space. I'll share everything I currently know about it with everyone involved in the operation. Can I help you with anything? No. The version of you that exists now, even approaching these hazy fragments of the past, takes a heavy toll. Right now, I have no way to help you shoulder the burden. You'll help me and the others. Leave the Abyss to me. If you choose to trust me. Of course. I just want you to know you're not alone. Thank you for your concern, Doctor. I understand. I hate this. Visitor. Kelsey. Hello, Kelsey. We meet again. You look like you need my help. I do. Please search for technical document keyword Slumber Bridge. Are you still there? I'm here. Sorry, Kelsey. I can't output the answer you're looking for. You have crossed the line. I know, but we need it, Theresa. The evolution rate of oropathy is accelerating. The threat from Originium is increasing. Rhode Island must find an more effective method to respond to it. I hear what you're saying, but I cannot provide what you're asking for, as your request violates the underlying logic of DWDB 221A. But I do have a way to circumvent its limits, Kelsey. Deep dive. Universe. Deep dive. Where you're staying and what I'm seeing. It's beyond my imagination. I have just far too many questions and opinions about this kingdom, but language, yours, cannot describe. Mine, cannot explain. Commonality, thought, existence. Hack your thought, hack your language. Thought is language. Follow me. Massive instrument instantly catches the goddess's attention. Her vision swims. The instrument is to sort the light in her consciousness. The goddess sometimes appears to spin faster than her eye can follow. Other times it appears completely still. No, it still appears to be moving very slowly. Very slowly. She stops looking directly at the device. Seems capable of devouring her consciousness. Yet, she still can't stop herself from falling over. The ice-cold co-traveler catches her. Thought, resonance. Accept it. Forsake resistance. Hear yourself. What is that? Yeah. Oh. Well, that was an answer I wasn't expecting right away. The Pot6 instantly hears several different tones at once. She hears several foreign languages she can identify: Rimbitilian, Ursine, Standard Victorian, Gaulish, but she's only ever heard spoken by the clergy. What she hears above all else is strange language she's never heard before, language made up of tones. Yet somehow she understands what the strange tones mean. Death. I can understand you. How? Thoughts can be anchored and words can be deciphered. Language is a tool, a right, and one of the key instruments that help shape our existence. Instead, as one of the great inventions of our time, we've erased the barriers of language. We've bridged the gaps between civilizations. That symbol, an anchor for thought, the mental script that deciphers all known languages, and a tool for interpreting unknown languages. Yeah. That is the language that up until now you have thought the most about, Herda. Reincarnation. That is how you all communicate? Communicating via voice is inefficient, however it is very intriguing and a good way to express emotion. Many still stubbornly hold on to this tradition, deepening their emotional bonds with one another. I don't fully understand you. Can you tell me where we are right now? A ship that salvages death from the grave. We seek answers to the ultimate questions among the ruins illuminated by light, before the same destruction befalls us. Before death befalls us. The place you have visited, its master calls it Rhodes Island. The goddess is confused. She is not only confused by the strangeness of her surroundings, she is perplexed by a different question. How can a god die? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, it's getting late. I gotta go to bed and go to work in the morning, so that's gonna be the end of this one. I might just play more tomorrow instead of Blueprints, because honestly, oh my god, there's so many more. 18? Holy shit. We got the 5? Oh, we didn't even get the 5. Tutorial 26. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I desperately want to do more of this tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna swap Blueprints for Chrono Trigger. No, not Chrono Trigger. What's it called? Chrono Gear? Chrono Shift? The Crony fan game that came out. Chrono something. Chrono Gear Warden of Time. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm gonna play Chrono Gear Warden of Time, I think, tomorrow. And then Friday will be Grounded 2, assuming the game works and my PC doesn't kill itself. But yeah. This has been emotional. I'm hooked again. Like, it's 5.5 years of Arknights, and I thought I was like 1 foot out the door. I'm back in, the door is shut behind me, it's locked. I'm ready. I'm doubling down on this game. I fucking love Arknights. And I am going to be very sad when the things that I know happen are going to happen. That's going to be the end of this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.